Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Gerald Lynch Theater for Seeing Rape. I'm Shonna Trinch, and I'm a faculty member in the Department of Anthropology here at John Jay College. My collaborator, Barbara Cassidy, and I are the professors who team teach a course called Seeing Rape in the Department of Interdisciplinary Studies. From that course, a total of 16 John Jay College students wrote the material that you will see today. I'm always very excited when the playwrights are in the house, and I think we might have a couple of them today. I'm going to read out their names. We have Danielle Baker, Irene Cantonacales, Mernelli Fernandez, Lachey Haynes, Carlos Rosado, Nelson Carrillo, Kevin Peña, Abraham Tejeda Jr., Bianca Suazo, Yere Suarez, Vilmari Colon, Eric Norales, Morel Ellis, Adrian Simon, Angelica Moreno, and Jasmine Garcia. We're fortunate to have 9 professional New York City actors work with us to bring this material to life, so thank you, actors. When we started doing this program 4 years ago, we could not find a single course in the catalog with the word rape in the title. We thought that since we were a college of criminal justice, that was a problem. We know that people don't like to talk about rape, but we also think that that's part of the problem. Our goal with today's performance is first and foremost to make art, but we also have 2 other very important goals. First, to eradicate rape. We want a rape-free society. And there's a famous anthropologist named Peggy Reeves Sanday who tells us that rape is not a human universal. In fact, she notes there are cultures where rape is virtually non-existent. And we want that for this culture. We want a sexually just society. And our second goal is to let students who have suffered some kind of sexual violence in their lives know that there are services on campus and in New York City for them. As a college, our goal is to support you so that you can thrive. Another anthropologist, whose name is Michael Taussig, tells us that rape is the quintessential public secret. What he means by that is that we all know that rape exists, but we keep it exactly in its place, never really seeing it as a people. We see it only temporarily, long enough for it to horrify us, but never long enough to really do anything about it. Well, today we begin to break that silence, to talk about rape, to see rape. But rather than reading about it in books or academic articles, we're going to see it through the wisdom of 16 of our John Jay College student playwrights. We understand that not everybody is ready or willing to talk about rape, but for those of you who feel brave enough to tackle this with us today, we thank you for your show of solidarity. We're pleased to announce that we have assistance for anyone needing an advocate counselor during or after today's performance. Jessica Greenfield is in the back. Jess, if you could stand up, please. She's standing up there. Jessica Greenfield is a counselor in the Women's Center for Gender Justice here at John Jay College. And you can just tap her on the shoulder and she can follow you out. We have some nice classrooms where you could talk to her if you want to. Many people in departments made today's performance possible, and I cannot go into all of them right now to thank them. But I would like to say a special thank you to President Jeremy Travis, who is here with us today. Hi, President Travis. Because he donated this theater, so about 320 of us could be here today, so thank you. Immediately following the performance, we're going to have a 25 to 35, maybe 45-minute talk back with the playwrights, actors, and special guests. We have special guests from NYPD today for the Alliance Against Sexual Assault and from the Mayor's Office to Combat Domestic Violence. So please stay and join us for the talk back, and then we will serve dessert in L61, and we would love for you to join us for that too. And I just wanted to end by saying that, in my opinion, there's nothing more beautiful than a room full of John Jay College students, so I want you to look around and give yourself a big applause for being here today. Enjoy the show.
Excuse me. A woman is a special kind of creature. She walks as tall as a statue and has the poise of a panther in the night. You see me now. You listen to me here now. Men, they don't pay attention to us anyway. No good, rotten sons of women. You thought I was gonna say bitch, huh? See, that's the problem with society. We don't respect or value our creators. I mean, where would you be without a woman, huh? I'll give you some time to think on that. We carry the very lives of you and I inside the woman for 9 months. 9 months without alcohol. I'll give you some time to think on that too. Because you see, I am a woman. And I won't be walking around here having people disrespecting my women, not valuing my women. You should be exalting my women. Because you see, it's my job to be a prophet. I am out here on the front lines of this battlefield preaching the gospel of my women. Therefore, I lead by example. One woman at a time, loved carefully and diligently by me. You see, I touch her curvaceous body and make her feel comfortable, something society doesn't do often enough. And I stimulate her soul with kind words of gratitude, because I thought about it. And 9 months without alcohol is almost as sad as an American citizen who would vote for a president who diminishes our women. You see, often enough, the voices of women are silenced. And I don't know about you, but I'm not trying to be anyone's peasant. You understand? So I began my very own movement, something to make women feel special and to show how much I love them. Woo!
A Modern Romance by Irene Conta-Nicholas.
Ladies, I got some tea to spill.
Bitch, yes, spill.
Yeah. So guess who started talking to me on Tinder?
Bitch, who?
That creepy guy Chris who works for the newspaper. He basically texted me telling me that I was hot and the chokers I wear turn him on. Then when I obviously reject him, he tells me, and I quote, "My dick is a gift from God. Your loss."
What?
I almost threw up in my mouth. I was so disgusted.
He's so gross. He's like the type to shoot up the school. Look, if you really want to get rid of him, fake your death, and we'll throw you a fake funeral.
Please.
You guys, it's been like 500 years since I've been on a good date. You know, I really want to be a hoe and get some dick, but then part of me literally wants no one to touch me.
Yeah, well, we've all been in a rut, so let's check Tinder and see who we can go out with on Friday.
Nope. Ooh, you guys, look, he's fucking hot and he's Greek. Christos ke Panaia, it's a match.
Wow. He is cute.
He's so cute. Your parents will be so proud bringing home a Greek boy.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
I
sweet.
know, right? If I tell my family, they'll practically start planning the wedding.
Ooh. Look at this guy that's super like me. He's so gross, don't you think?
Gross.
Oh my God, like why can't anyone hot like me?
Oh.
I don't want to fuck around either. I'm like too old for this shit. You know, you remember my old boyfriend, Brian?
Yeah, loser.
Mm-hmm. He really needed to move out of his parents' basement.
That was bad.
But you know, you attract people that are like you.
So then how are we friends? Because I'm sure not a piece of trash.
Oh, okay, shut up, you guys. It's my turn to speak, so don't kink shame me. But I'm really into older dudes. Like, I just matched with this director, and he's so old, but he has so much money.
Dude, it's like no shame in the game, do you?
Yeah, it's like, you know what? I hate Tinder. Like, all of these dates are all the same. All they want is sex and have no substance. I'm so fucking tired of this. But I got a match. He's really cool. His name's Sam.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Lauren, we all know you're gonna bone him.
Yeah, sure.
Ooh, guys, we did it. We all got dates for this weekend.
Yes.
Fast forward to Monday.
Okay. I'm gonna break the silence. I proceed out on my date.
Oh my God, what happened?
Dude, he was such a total creep, this guy. He kept texting me details of what he wanted to do with me.
Like what exactly?
Okay, it's gonna be bad. So, one of his details was that he was gonna tie me up, starve me, and feed me cornflakes with a drop of cum in it.
That sounds like some salty cornflakes.
You're so gross. Then the icing on the cake was that, okay, my Snapchat on my Tinder.
Oh my God, why?
Why would you? Dude, I know, worst mistake ever. I'm stupid, okay? I've had dick pics all freaking weekend. I don't know how guys think that's okay, but you know, if we were both sexting and I asked for a pic, but now I just feel fucking attacked. Like, I can even post a selfie with some guy commenting on how he wants to come on my face.
You know, honestly, when I get an unwanted dick pic, I send them a picture of an even bigger dick.
Touche.
Guys, I think I can one-up your story.
Oh, yeah? How did your date go? Well, I need to recreate my big fat Greek wedding.
We went out, but beforehand, I told him explicitly before we went out that I didn't want to have sex or hook up with him. I told him not to bother to come if that's all he wanted.
But where did you guys even go?
I told him to meet me at Starbucks.
Starbucks?
But then he texted me that he's too anxious to come inside and for me to meet him in his car. I said no, and we compromised to sitting on benches.
That sounds sketchy AF.
Oh yeah, it was. So we sat and we talked a bit, and then he pesters me about going into his car. I agree on the condition that we don't leave the parking lot.
Yeah, okay, and then what?
And as soon as I sit down in the car, he's aggressively making out with me and begs me to go in the back seat. Next thing I know, he pulls down his pants and his cock is out, and he pulls me on top of him. I said no repeatedly, and it took me pushing myself off of him physically for him to realize I was serious.
What? What?
But wait, it gets better. Hear this. He sat in the corner of his car like a temperamental child. He was silent, and then he tells me it's all my fault that this is so awkward. Yeah, I had to explain to him why I said no. After multiple guilt trips, he convinces me to give him a hand job. I complied out of pity.
You did what?
You should fucking spray him with Windex so he'd get the fuck off of you.
I know. The funniest part, though, of this whole ordeal is how he blocks me. Like everywhere, even my phone number. It's like he thinks just because he blocks me, I don't exist. He acted like I did something wrong. What, I'm not allowed to say no? I should have blocked him.
Yeah, that was really rapey. Are you okay?
I don't know how I feel. But anyway, Marina, how was your date?
That 50-year-old David I was supposed to go out with fucking stood me up. Mind you, this was right after he tells me he's married and has several other mistresses.
Marriage. So the whole marriage part didn't bother you?
No, because I tried to work it to my advantage because fuck it, a sugar daddy sounds great right about now.
Wait. How did you guys even talk? He's ancient. He probably has a flip phone.
Oh, wait, shut up. He has an iPhone. I don't know who taught his old ass how to use Snapchat.
Okay.
But I sent him a couple of nudes to tell him I was down for that sugar baby life.
Yes.
Snapchat. So please tell me he sent you a selfie with the flower crown.
Can you shut up? All right, so he sends me a couple back and we settled on a price to go out for coffee. Yeah. And he never shows up and blocks me.
Damn, dude, that's rough.
It's fine. Like, honestly, I'm just gonna masturbate furiously to Kevin Spacey now, so.
Anyway, Lauren, so how was the date with your guy?
Yeah.
I'm not a virgin anymore. Yay.
I knew it. I totally knew they were gonna bang.
Oh, yes.
So.
Dick deets now, please.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I go meet this guy, Sam,
Yeah.
and we go on this amazing museum date, and I had so much fun talking to him and hanging out. It's been so long since I've had a connection with a guy, and he told me he wanted to date me and like actually go out again.
Okay, so did you go out again?
Yeah. I saw him the next day, and I went over to his house, and we watched some Bob's Burgers.
Cute.
And we fooled around a bit, and I was really hesitant about whether or not I wanted to have sex with him, and he knew that.
Yeah, of course. You've been holding on to your virginity like the Crypt Keeper. Come on.
That's really disrespectful. Well, he breached the gate because as I was lying there, he said he'd make the decision for me, and he put his cock in me. The sex was really great, but afterwards I felt really used.
Yeah, dude, that's like really rapey.
Yeah.
I know, and to add insult to injury, I asked him if he was gonna ghost me after this. And he didn't even say anything. We just laid there in silence.
What the hell is wrong with him? He took advantage of your vulnerability.
Yeah, I feel so stupid for having sex with him. He obviously was just using me. He slowly started ghosting me, and then when I confronted him about it, he said, "I'm too depressed for a relationship."
Oh, sweetie, it's okay.
No, I don't need your sympathy. I just felt so fucking dumb for letting him in and being so vulnerable. My feminist nature won't let me wallow for this man, but I couldn't help but think I wasted my first time on a total loser. I know virginity is a social construction, but being abandoned after the first time having sex fucks you up. But I'm gonna be okay, and I refuse to let this asshole ruin sex for me.
I'm so proud of you, Mama.
Yeah,
Good for you.
I still can't get over how people use so many excuses to delude themselves into thinking shit like this is okay.
Deadass, like, suck my dick. Or, I'm too depressed for a relationship. Like, bitch, where was that depression when we were talking or fucking? Because it wasn't there then.
Yeah. Or when people say that you get sexually harassed on the internet because you're being too revealing, I could literally post about my food and some guy would hit me up saying he wants to eat my ass. Like, that's not okay.
No, it's not okay.
Yeah, we live in a sex-obsessed culture that the internet is perpetuating, and if we keep dismissing and blocking them, we are given a false veil of invisibility. People need a reality check, okay? We're all human beings. No one deserves to be treated like shit. And, newsflash, people still exist after you block them, okay?
Yes.
Queen.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Reed drifting by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me, and I'm feeling good.
Cycles End, a play by Lachey Haynes. It's a calm Saturday afternoon in Los Angeles.
How much do you love your favorite sister?
Girl, you're my only sister. What do you want?
I just want to borrow your YSL bag.
My YSL bag? What do you need with a YSL bag? You're too young to even know how amazing YSL is. Oh wait, you're just like your big sister, a fashionista.
So
Well-
is that a yes?
Yes, just don't mess it up.
Oh, and that belt too.
Okay, now you're pushing it.
I'll just ask Mama if I can have her belt. She never wears it anyway.
Good luck with that. One thing about Mama is she doesn't like to share her food and her clothes. You're better off asking her to buy you one.
I heard that. I do share my food. All the food in this kitchen is mine, and y'all can eat it whenever y'all want.
Oh yeah? What about the crab legs in the fridge?
Ooh, touch them, and you'll be missing the fingers you touch them with, and the teeth you used to chew them with.
Mama, see, you don't share your food.
Whatever. You two get more allowance than anyone I know. Buy your own damn crab legs and belts. Y'all are spoiled. You know, I need to retire and send y'all to work. Ooh, how nice would that be?
Work, Mama, please, I'm your baby. You're supposed to spoil me. That's your job.
My job? Oh, Lord, let me get out of here before I choke this little girl. Ooh, my job? I'm going to my job now. I'll be back at like 7 in the morning.
But Mama, it's like 3 in the afternoon. Really?
Yeah, so? You don't complain when you're wearing those expensive clothes. The last time I checked, Gucci wasn't cheap. Besides, you'll have your favorite big cousin to keep you company.
My favorite? Who?
Ray Ray. I told him to keep an eye on you until your sister till I get home.
Really, Ma? I'm 16. I think I can hold it down till you get back.
Yeah, no. There are crazy people in this world, and I would never forgive myself if my work followed me home and something happened to you guys. Anywho, Ray should be here in 30 minutes. I gotta go. Love you, sugar.
Yeah. Should have thought about that years ago.
Huh?
Nothing, Mama. Love you too.
Mama leaves the house. Jordan comes back downstairs.
Tay, can you order pizza? Because that food you cooked last night had me throwing up all night.
Heffa, shut up. I'm the next Bobby Flay.
Who?
See, you don't even know good food. I got skills.
Whatever. Just order me a buffalo chicken pizza with jalapenos and pineapple. Oh, and some wings too.
What kind of nasty shit is that? You're eating like you're pregnant. Okay, well, what should I get for Ray?
Ray? What the hell is he coming over for?
Mama seems to think we need a babysitter.
Are you kidding me? I'm going to my room. I don't want to see his face. Just, can you bring the food up when it comes?
What's this about? Are you okay?
I don't have anything to say about him. I'm good.
Jordan runs up the stairs and slams her room door. The doorbell rings several times.
Hold on. I only have 2 legs and they don't move that fast. Who is it?
It's Ray Dollars. When the ladies see me, they wanna holler.
Taylor opens the door.
Boy, have several seats with that tired line, acting like you're in the 90s.
You're just a hater.
I'm about to order pizza. Do you want?
I'm just gonna eat whatever you got.
I'm only getting wings, and Jordan's having some nasty-ass pizza. I know you don't want that.
Nah, bruh. Order me a medium meat lovers. Yo, where Jay at anyway?
She's upstairs with an attitude. It's probably because she's been sick. I think she has a stomach virus or something.
Oh, damn. Well, she definitely don't need to be eating pizza.
Yo, Gucci is having a sale, and they got this bag that I wanted for $600 off. I'm gonna order the food, and then I'm gonna go to the Gucci store. Your greedy ass better not touch my wings.
Oh, you fancy, huh? Yo, pick me up a belt while you at it.
Hell no, I'm broke. I'm using the money for my birthday to buy this bag.
You ain't never broke. Auntie be hooking all y'all up. Y'all living like the Kardashians up in here, and you Kim.
Shut up, stupid, and give me my phone.
Yo, Jay, come downstairs.
I told you she has an attitude. She ain't coming down, and you know she can't hear you over all that music. I ordered the food. It should be here in 45 minutes, and I should be back in an hour and a half. Don't touch my food.
All right. But if you ain't back in 2 hours, I'm sneaking a wing.
Whatever. The money is on the table, and I want my change. And take Jordan her food when it comes.
Yo, I ain't no maid.
Taylor puts on her coat and walks out the door. Ray watches Taylor hurry down the street to the bus stop. He runs upstairs and opens Jordan's door.
Get the fuck out. You need to learn how to knock.
Damn, somebody got an attitude today.
Just get out.
Ray walks over to Jordan's bed, rubs her thighs, and proceeds to go under her shorts. Jordan jumps back. He pulls her closer and pulls down her shorts. Jordan tries to move, but she can't because all of Ray's body weight is on her. Jordan starts to cry.
Ray, get off me.
But everybody loves Raymond.
I'm not playing. Get the fuck off me.
Taylor returns home because she's forgotten her bus pass.
Jordan! Jordan! This damn girl can't hear anything with that music so loud.
Taylor runs up the stairs. She swings, opens the door to find Ray on top of Jordan. Ray jumps up.
You piece of shit! That's my little sister! Your cousin! Your family! You sick bastard! You already ruined my life and now you're doing it to her? I should have known not to leave her alone with you. All those nights Mama trusted you to watch me. How could I be so stupid and not think you'd do the same thing to her? How long has this been going on? Let's see, you started with me when I was 8, and then you stopped because I got my cycle at 14, and... Oh my God. Oh my God, you didn't stop with me because I got my cycle. You stopped because you started with Jordan.
Tay, calm down. We just having a little fun like we used to. You know this ain't never hurt nobody.
Fun? You call this shit fun? I was too young and dumb to know any better or to say anything, but I know better now. I should have never trusted you again. I thought because you stopped, all those horrible memories would go away. She's only 13. Look at her. Look at her. Do those tears look like fun?
I'm sorry, Tay. I didn't know what to do.
You don't need to be sorry, sis. You didn't do anything wrong.
Mama pulls up into the driveway. She works so much she didn't realize she mixed up her days off of work. As she gets out of the car, the pizza delivery man pulls up.
Hold on a minute, sir.
Mama opens the door.
Taylor, Jordan, Ray, one of y'all come down here and pay for this food because I'm not doing it. Taylor! They turned down that damn music, maybe they'd be able to hear. I'm sorry, sir, how much is it?
It's $32.80.
What they order?
Mama pays the pizza man and he walks off. Mama sits the food on the table in the living room. She rushes to the bathroom because she's been holding it for a while. Mama sits on the toilet and is immediately relieved.
Ooh. Oh, hell no. Taylor's about to get her ass beat. What the fuck is going on here?
Well, Auntie, I can explain.
I'm sorry, Mama. I should have told you. This is my fault.
Nah, there is no valid explanation as to why my baby is laying there crying and your pants are down. I know you weren't touching my baby.
Mama throws down the positive pregnancy test she got from the bathroom trash can, pulls her gun, and points it at Ray.
Whoa, hold up, Auntie. Oh, come on now. This was the only time. I'm sorry. I fucked up.
Mama, he's lying. He did it to me, too. I should have said something. I'm sorry. He did it to me for 6 years. 6 years, Mama.
Baby, you could have told me. Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't want to get pregnant. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Pregnant? No.
Mama turns to Ray with the gun pointed.
Ray, I should kill your sorry ass right now.
Auntie, I didn't mean to get her pregnant. I didn't mean for any of this to happen. I'm sorry. Look, don't shoot me, all right? I'm your sister's only child.
You know, the good thing about being in law enforcement is you know how to cover up a crime. I've been on this job 20 years. My word is as good as gold. A mother will do anything to protect her children, even if that means taking a life. My mother didn't protect me, and I will not make that same mistake. Girls, I love you more than anything, and I'm sorry I didn't protect you from this monster. But Mama's here now, and she's gonna take care of it.
Mama squeezes the trigger, shooting Ray in the chest. She stands over him as he takes his last breath. Blackout. The Blind Reflection by Carlos Rosado, Kevin Peña, Nelson Carrillo. The scene takes place in a big empty room. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to your court-mandated meeting. We all know why you're here, right?
Yeah.
Great. Then let's begin. Rick, why don't you start?
Sup? I'm Rick. I'm here because I had a little too much fun, if you know what I mean.
Calm down, Rick. It's that attitude that always gets you back in here.
Now, what kind of party would it be if I wasn't in here?
Well, this isn't a party. The goal is to make you better.
Whatever, man. I'm gonna keep getting off because of technical difficulties anyway. That's what I got a lawyer for.
All right. Now, how about we move on to... He's doing what? Ah, not again. Okay, I'll be right there. All right, sorry about that. I need to take care of this issue. You guys just hang tight here.
So,
What's up, guys? Hear about the trade rumors going around the NBA?
what rumors? There's so many.
You know, from arguably the two most dysfunctional organizations in the NBA.
The DeMarcus Cousins and Carmelo Anthony
Oh,
rumors?
so you do know about basketball.
Where is this therapist? I got shit I need to do today. And we all know we're having that same final series of Golden State and Cleveland anyway.
So you don't believe in the Spurs or the Clippers?
Or Oklahoma City? Have you seen Westbrook this season?
Right.
Who gives a fuck about the Clippers and the Thunders? Really? You're joking, right? You think Westbrook can handle 4 fucking All-Stars? You stupid fuck.
Yeah.
It's not that serious to be cursing me out.
Anyway, I don't care about basketball, and where the fuck is our therapist? I got shit I need to do. I don't even know why I'm in here with you two freaks anyway.
Yeah, whatever, man. You know what you did. The same goes for Buddy right over here.
Who, me?
Well, who the hell? Yes, who else? Oh, I'm sorry. Not to introduce myself before our little talk. I'm Rick. What's your name?
John Walker III.
The third? Really? You're not important enough to be the first?
Shut up, Yancey. So what's your story, John?
My grandpa was named John Walker, and my papa was called John Walker Jr. I would rather wait for the therapist to...
Oh, come on, man. You can tell me. We just talked about basketball already. Should not be a surprise for anyone in this room while you are here. What? Was she a fine lady? A young lady? Oh, a really young lady. Or a boy. You know, I don't judge.
I don't know what you're talking about, okay? I'm not like him. I don't do little girls.
Ah, so it was a little girl.
Like I said, I'm not him, okay? I don't know why I'm here. Seriously, okay?
He's a rapist, just like you. He ain't got no game.
Hey, I'm not a rapist. I'm not. Seriously, I did nothing for you to say that.
Tell me why you're here for.
Probably because he can't handle a grown woman like the little limp dick fuck that he is. Or his dick is so small that only little girls can feel it. Hey, but don't worry, I get it, all right? Not all guys are born big, but you work with what you got, and, you know, I respect that.
What are you even trying to say?
Oh, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that you're a sick fuck who likes to fuck the little kiddies because he's sad about his micro penis.
Hey, ease up on the guy. Looks like it's his first time. And don't forget that why you're here too, Mr. Big Dick. Which makes me wonder, who did you defile to get yourself up in here?
Ooh, defile, trying to use big words to make yourself feel better.
Avoiding the big questions. Figures. Why don't you shut up before I defile you in front of everyone? Well, would you like that, John? Is that your thing?
What? No, I'm not into that.
Oh. Looks like I hit a nerve. Sorry about that. What you got there?
Oh, it's my wedding ring.
Oh, so you were married. Who's the lucky lady? Was she your first?
This motherfucker's married.
I was. I'm divorced now, and her name is Rachel, and no, she wasn't my first. Can we drop it?
No. We are making what we call a breakthrough. So what happened? Did a void need to be filled?
Ah, here we go.
Well, I don't know. She wanted a divorce, you know? Just a long list of fuck-ups that I did that led to it. A void to be filled?
Yeah, that sexual desire, that itch that needs to be scratched, that thing that just drives you to just go out there and take it for yourself.
Like the fast girls?
I don't even think he knows what fast girls are.
You know, the girls at the clubs that they just give it away for fun. You know, what's the word though? Slutty.
Yeah, I guess it's something like that. But were there any that just didn't want to give it up for fun?
No, I guess. They all did. That's why they're fast. They just want some fun, and my marriage is going to shit because my wife thought I was no good, thought I was damaged.
Is that what you tell yourself in front of the mirror, John? Do you know what you did? Deep down, we all do.
Damn straight.
No, I didn't do anything, I promise.
Hey, we're not gonna look at you any different.
Yeah, well, maybe he won't, but I will.
Just be honest, what did you do?
I can't.
She won't talk. They never do, you know? This is the one place you could come out and say what you truly did. What? Daddy tell you always respect a lady or something?
You don't know anything about my life, okay? None of you do. God, why couldn't you guys just wait until the therapist gets back. I was fine with talking about it with her, but no, you two kept on pushing. Yes, I did it, okay? Happy?
I bet Daddy would have been really upset to see what you've done.
You don't know anything about my father, all right? He has nothing to do with this. I will tell you, okay? Just leave my family out of this.
Ooh, struck a nerve.
I already admitted that I did it, okay? I'm trying to get better for my daughter. I got the news of Rachel wanting a divorce. I was upset because, I married her, I have a daughter, and I never wanted her to go through a separation like that. My wife screamed at me shortly after I fell asleep, so I decided to walk away. Went to a club to drown myself in sorrow, and I noticed this girl staring me down. I never seen desire like that in a long time, especially directed at me. So it felt good. I decided to forget everything that night. She was this beautiful girl with soft, fair skin and legs to die for, but nothing like Rachel. She was different. It was a good kind of different. We had a couple of drinks, and eventually we made it to the bathroom where,
No, go ahead. What else happened?
You hit it?
Yeah.
Well, we decided to have sex, but when I unzipped my pants, she didn't want it anymore. Just like Rachel said that I was a loser. At that point, I wanted control. I never had it, and she was weak. She could not handle me, and that thrilled me. She started to shout that she was a virgin and not of age, but I wanted her, and nothing could stop me. I know that what I did was wrong, but can you blame me? I had no control throughout my whole life, and it all started with my uncle. He damaged me. He used to take me to the bathroom and take a shower with me, and he used to touch me down there. I didn't know how I was supposed to feel. He took everything from me. He ruined me. He robbed me of my innocence.
Wow, you people are more fucked up than I thought.
No. You don't have to feel sorry, You got your control back, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, well, how about you, smart guy, huh? You have him spilling his guts out, but we don't know a damn thing about you. What do you do? What are you even about? What's your shoe size? Come on, tell me a story.
Me? I'm just a player, and I crush a lot, I do what I do best and get away with it. And I have all my money to thank for it. No one can touch me. Whose business do you think imports the materials needed to craft that phone that's in your pocket? Sometimes I just need a little extra rush, that little extra control to show them who's boss. Sometimes I like to play nice, little flirting game, but then I get impatient. I bend them right over my desk, and I handle business right then and there. I even smack them around if they're getting too loud or resist my charm. I control them just the way I've been controlling both of you right now.
How are you getting away with it if you're here?
Well, I'm not in jail, am I?
You guys, should we even be talking with the therapist gone?
Shut up.
So, Mr. Tough Guy, why are you here with us bad boys?
All right. Sorry about that, gentlemen. Let's skip to you, Yancey. What gives you the urge to masturbate in a public school? The Girl by Mirneli Fernandez.
I seriously can't believe you. You're pathetic because you stood with him after everything. You said you would get him help, and what would you do? A fake move. You kicked him out for less than a week and let him back in. Took him to the therapist for what? 3 days? Yeah, 3 days. And what was that supposed to do? Just magically fix the problem? You must have been so dumb just to stay with him, oblivious to believe he wouldn't try anything again. But you told her you would never leave her alone with him again. And what did you do? You did exactly that. Literally a month later, after the first time. It's all your fault she left. She left because you didn't listen. Because of you, I didn't grow up with my sister. Because of you, she left to another country and found a man that mistreated her. It took you over 10 years to apologize after she grew the balls to revisit the topic. Okay? But you deserve it. You deserve everything. All these years, you made excuses for what he did. I just remember her leaving and you not explaining why, even when I kept asking. I guess your guilty conscience didn't allow you to. She told you so many times that he would put a mirror under the door while she changed in the bathroom, that he would touch her breasts and promise her that if she didn't say anything when she turned 16, she'd get a car. She got to the point where she had to put a bottle on the door so she could hear if he was coming in. So why didn't you just listen? I sometimes just really wonder how you could allow it. Was it because he was the provider and you knew we would mostly be in the streets if it wasn't for him? Well, guess what? I would rather be on the streets than let my sister go through that, let my daughter go through that. But you can't take back what happened, and I can't fix what he did. It was my dad, not her dad. Mine. At the end of the day, you're my mother with all your flaws. She will always love you, and I don't think you know that because I was a constant reminder of your mistakes, and I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's still fresh in my mind and makes my stomach turn every time I see my father because he doesn't know that I know. He's not a bad dad, but every time I think about it, it just makes me upset. What's even worse is that he has all these rumors about him, and you act like it's nothing, and as the years go by, I'm starting to act like it's nothing too, because nobody ever talks about it. And now the three of us live together. It's awkward. He doesn't live with us anymore, and you still talk and let him into our house? I know you loved him, but why are you still maintaining contact with him after everything he did to you and my sister? Even though you apologized to her, I still see all the excuses that exist in your eyes.
An Ordinary Day by Abraham Tejada.
I'm gonna tell you when I couldn't take it anymore. No matter what I did, something always went wrong. I made an illegal turn one day and almost got arrested. I got scared, fled my car until after I hit a federal building in Westchester. But things didn't go well after that. I went over to my friend's house. I'm hanging out with friends. We're watching a movie, Wolverine. And it's my birthday, and I had too much to drink. I'm all nervous, messed up in the head, so my friends took me home and put me to bed. But then I woke up and decided it would be a good idea to put together a 9mm handgun. Yeah, I did that. I was still under the influence and entered what you might call a psychosis phase that impaired my ability to act normally. And then I grabbed like 109 hollow tip gold bullets and placed them in my pouch bag. I also grabbed my samurai sword. I put on my bulletproof vest. Now this wasn't too smart. I was really paranoid. I called the police because I needed help. The police arrived immediately and surrounded the entire block. And when I opened the front storm door, I was all confused. The police officer screamed at me to drop my weapons, but I didn't comply. They arrested me. They did some fucked up shit to me. And months later, I'm in New York State Penitentiary.
I see parole denied you your freedom.
Yeah, I don't understand why. They hit me with 24 more months.
I hardly see anyone get approved.
Yeah, they say I'm a menace to society, and if they release me, I'll be back. I don't understand. I have done everything in my power to do the right thing here.
I feel you. I've seen it all here.
Yo, who's the new guy?
I don't think you're gonna like him, Mexico.
Why you say that?
Find out yourself.
Well, what's his name?
His name is Jeff, and I have to go because the sergeant is coming.
Hey, Medina. Why is that new guy Jeff here for? What
I've
do you
been
do?
told he raped a 10-year-old girl.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. You serious?
Find
And
out for
he's here?
yourself.
Oh, no, don't worry, I will. Hey, Charlie! Charlie is my good friend. He's like a brother from another mother. Yeah, he's a little slow, but he's all right. He's always doing nice things for me.
What's up, Mexico? You want me to cook you something for today? Do you need any help with your laundry?
No, you all right, Charlie. But yeah, can you make us some rice and put some sausage in it? And how about a side of that fried chicken with the sauce on the side?
Yo, Mexico, can I hold 2 bricks to commissary?
Yeah, but I want 4 back.
No problem, Mexico, I'll give you 4.
Mexico, we have a movie night tonight. Do you want me to go down and hold the seats down in front for you?
Yeah, what are we watching?
Don't know yet.
Hey, Mexico, food is done. Also, I left your clothes on the chair.
All right, let's go eat. We got a movie to watch later.
Thanks, Mexico. I appreciate you feeding me every day.
No, don't thank me. Thank God. I went and sat down. Charlie on my right, Medina right behind me. Jeff walks in, sits right next to me on the left. Suddenly, the room gets quiet. Everyone looking at each other. They're waiting to see what I'm going to do. So, what's your name?
Jeff?
I see. He puts his hand out to shake mine, but I don't respond. I don't even acknowledge him. I don't feel right about him.
So why are you in prison?
I had a misunderstanding with some cops. Enough of what I did, so tell me what you're here for.
Well, I went to a party and my friend's sister was there partying with us, and she was so drunk, so I had sex with her.
So how old was she?
I thought she was older at the time, but she was 10 years old.
Matter of seconds, my mind starts to spin. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. 10? Man, she could have been my sister or one of my cousins or one of my family members. So I was looking at Jeff, and I turned my body slightly, then I just pulled up, gave Jeff a right hook to the face. I don't know, it just came over me. And everybody got shocked. What did you do, Mexico? And Jeff ran out of the room scared.
Mexico, don't you know? Rapists are protected by the government. Now you're gonna get charged with a felony if he tells. You will never get out of prison, and you will spend the rest of your life in prison. You just assaulted him.
But this motherfucker just raped a 10-year-old girl. He thinks it's okay? His motherfucking excuse was he thought she was older.
Damn, that's crazy.
Mexico, you're crazy.
Okay, listen. This is what we're gonna do. Go talk to Jeff. Both of you, try to convince him not to go to the authorities. I will pay him. Just tell him.
But don't you see that you bruised him up?
Just tell him that he slipped getting off the bed. I was starting to feel a little unnerved, you know? I didn't want any more trouble.
Officer Pompey,
What's up?
I just want to report that I slipped off my bed.
Okay, I'll document it.
Eventually, Jeff requested a transfer to another block. 5 months later, I was in the officer's booth. The officer tells me that I'm being transferred. You know, Officer Holyfield, why am I being transferred? I can't leave my people here. They need me here.
Mexico, I don't know. I can't stop it. It's from the top.
There's nothing you can do.
Mexico, it's coming from the top. I'm sorry. I know you have a lot of stuff here. I'll let your people help you. You need passes for your people?
Yeah, I need like 5 passes. So I got transferred and left behind my one good friend, Charlie. Now, a brother who was not strong mentally or physically. And 1 week later, Charlie decided to make some new friends.
What's good, Charlie?
What up, Charlie?
What's good, Charlie? Where's Mexico?
He got transferred, but he's doing all right. You know how he do.
Oh, you want to play a game, Charlie?
Yeah, what game?
Eric, Michael, AB, and Derek grabbed Charlie, held him down, turned him around, and pulled his pants down. Started as a game gone wrong.
Eric, grab the plastic toothbrush holder, shove it in his cheeks.
Derek put a pillow over his head.
They all laughed and mumbled, "You ain't no virgin no more." Charlie had been assaulted by these motherfuckers.
I thought y'all were my friends.
Charlie was sent to an outside hospital to receive multiple stitches. Lucky he survived from the internal bleeding. He eventually recovered. The 4 other inmates, they were all charged with first-degree gang rape. My brother, my friend, was raped by fellow inmates. He didn't deserve this. Unfortunately, since I had been moved, I couldn't do anything to help him. For months, I was deep in pain in my heart that I couldn't do anything else for Charlie. There is a true test of a warrior, of how your stands hold up after any circumstance that life brings you. Even after the stormiest weather on earth, a true warrior will still reflect through the brilliant rays of the magnificent sun through both his or her eyes. You may get hit by sudden lightning, take severe beatings from brutal wind. You will always get back up and stand strong on your feet again. Soak in the sunlight. Be prepared to get hit by even the most barbarous hail, time and time again. Así que si se pueda.
Blackout. La Familia de Papa, a play by Bianca Suazo, Eric Norales, Vilmari Colon, and Jire Suarez. The play opens to 2 sisters dancing in the kitchen of their small 1-bedroom apartment in the Bronx, New York.
Ay, mejor que esa música sombría que tenía puesta. Es de la depresión que me iba a dar.
Ay, cállate. Bueno, ya me voy. How do I look?
Te ve bien. Once you get your first paycheck, you'll take us out to eat somewhere fancy, you know? El Conde or Mi Nueva España.
If you weren't such a penny pincher, you could take us to eat once in a while.
You owe me, not the other way around. And you know my money goes to keeping Papi's house.
Papi's house. Yeah, a house we don't live in anymore because we're stuck in the Bronx trabajando por par de pesitos que nos alcanzan de vivir. Este apartamento, ¿qué te digo yo a ti? We could have sold that house when Papi died, okay?
Don't start with your arguing, okay? Papi left that house to us because he knew we would take care of it.
Papi, take care of it with our own money. ¿Me puedes recordar cuánto dinero nos dejó Papi? Ni siquiera una cubeta de mear. Ah, pero eso sí, un montón de facturas que pagan. Why don't you waste your money on keeping it, huh? Let me pay my share of the bills para esta mierda de apartamento and do what I want with the rest of my money, okay? Dime, consentí de papi. Teníamos que enterrarlo con la maldita casa esa.
Oh my God, there's not a day that goes by without you talking shit about
Oh,
him.
shit. I call it truth.
Yeah, whatever makes you feel better about yourself. Anyways, I think it's time for you to go.
Okay. Look, don't be nervous. Just relax, smile, easy on the eyes, and laugh at whatever he says, okay? Dale. No te me vayas. Wait. Enseña un chin más de teta.
But this is my interview. Don't I need to look professional?
No, nena, if you get a little sexier, he'll give you the job right away.
Déjala quieta, come on. Vilmari, she doesn't need to do that. She's not you.
Oh, what? Me? Okay, you don't want to make money? Fine, go. Bye.
Back home, the sisters asked Bianca about her interview. So, I start tomorrow.
You don't sound too excited.
I'm happy, but the boss, es muy coqueto, said that I was sexy and that he would be lucky to be my man. I feel like I should say something to him about his flirting.
Nena, no seas estúpida. That's just how he is, and it's not like a bad thing. Tú vas a ganar más dinero. He was just being a man, you know, probably thinking with his other head, you know.
Be careful, Bianca. I understand times are hard, but you just need to be careful, okay?
Yep. My day was good, if anyone's interested in knowing. Okay, so Dolores was sick. Yeah. She was everything she was eating was making her throw up. She's looking shitty. Yeah. De nata preña.
How long has she been like this?
Oh, well, I think like a couple weeks, par de semana. No sé, cada vez que se come algo se manda para el baño. Explícame.
You think she's gonna keep it?
Whatever it isn't our business.
Obviously, it's not our business. But what's wrong if I let you guys, my sisters, know about it? You know, no puedo chinchar con mi hermana. I can't talk about my day unless it involves one of you two.
No, Vilmari, cálmate, okay? Bianca was just trying to say that we don't know her,
Like,
so we don't have a clue.
Bianca, if that's what she was trying to say, then she would have said it. No empieza con tu vaina de guardaespaldas. She can't defend herself.
I
really, okay?
wasn't trying to start anything. You can talk about whatever you want, Vilmari.
Well, then,
I just feel bad when we're talking about her,
Dios,
okay?
pues then get over it. Talking is what grown-ups do. No hay nada de malo en bochinchar un chin.
Yeah, okay, I get it. You don't have to repeat yourself over and over and over and over and over.
She didn't mean anything by it, okay? Well, now that at least Bianca has this job, the bills will be easier, you know, Vilmari, that's good.
Okay, I guess.
The sisters reunite back at the apartment after a long day of work.
I am exhausted. Carmen wanted me to do her laundry, wash her bathroom, cook for her, walk the dogs, water the plants. I'm surprised she didn't even want me to wash the hair on her daughter's Barbie. Estoy cansada.
At least nobody tried kissing you.
Shit, he tried kissing you? What did you do?
I don't know what's up with this man. I stopped him. I told him I wasn't interested. If it wasn't for the $80 tip I got today, I wouldn't even show up tomorrow.
Bianca, do you want to quit? I mean, you can find another job.
No. No, she can't. And you know none of us can. Where the hell is she gonna find another job? And this one's fine. Oh, do you remember you said it was gonna be easier on us now that she had a job? Tú vas a mandar toda la mierda ahora.
I remember what I said, but hello, she's our little sister.
I'll stay for now. We need the money. Bueno, Vilmari, did he ever try any of this with you?
Well, you know, he's flirty with all the girls. It's just a phase, you know.
You're sure?
Eso se detendrá en par de semanas.
Porque me da una mala vibra. I don't know what to expect from him, but I don't want to quit.
Look, stop being a crybaby, okay? ¿Cuántas chamaquitas quisieran estar en tu posición y tú aquí de llorona?
I'm not a crybaby.
Llorona.
Why do you get worked up so damn quick? Dios mío, come
Coño,
on.
but I'm trying to help this ungrateful child earn more money and help us out. I can't speak my mind because you two are fucking insensitive. Debería quedarme callado todo el tiempo de esta maldita casa porque ustedes por todo se ofenden.
I'm not ungrateful. I didn't say anything, so don't start with that.
Was I looking at you? No. ¿Y tú?
I am not dealing with your paranoia bullshit tonight, okay? You think I came home to clean, cook, and then put up with your shit? No, if Papi were here...
Ay, papi. He's not here, he's dead, okay? Dead. Yo digo lo que se me pega en gana, and you want to be our mother so bad, don't you? Ah, is that why you used to go to his bed at night? Oh, is that why he used to go into your bed at night?
Enough, Fima.
Wait, what?
Shut up, Bianca. You're mad because he didn't want you to be una desacata. You're mad he gave up on you. You've been trying to act like you know more than me and shit. Don't come with this damn attitude como que eres la que patrocina aquí.
Come on.
I'm done.
Sí, pero tú eres la que patrocina aquí desde hace muchito tiempo, mamita. Ay, but stop bringing him up every time we eat together so that I can actually enjoy our fucking dinner.
Vilmari rushes away from the dinner table as well and leaves the house. A couple weeks later, after an exhausting day, the sisters get together at their home.
Why are you so quiet, girl? You thinking about how to make your regulars tip you the way they tip me, huh? Listen, I already told you, mommy, just flirt, laugh, enseña más teta. They'll give you all your money.
So these tips are how you pay for the car?
Yeah.
Or did Eric give it to you after you fucked him?
You slept with him? You slept with the boss?
Sí, esta idiota se acostó con él.
Ah, sí, pero porque tú no le dices que tú saliste con él, ¿ah? Idiota.
Wait, what's going on? When did you go out with him? Look at me.
Ay, Giri, la semana pasada, ¿ok? Pero no soy el cuero que se acostó con él.
Ah, cuero.
Ese hijo de su maldita madre. He said they've all slept with him. Gire, and I'm next. What do I do? Do I call the cops and ask for help? Can they help me?
No, that's not a good idea. What will happen if they find out that we don't have papers? They'll only focus on that, and they won't want us here. What if they deport us? No, what the fuck are we gonna do back in DR with no money?
Vete en tu casa.
Tu ves, Vimari, you fuck up everything.
Oh, me? Me? No. Because I found a way to make more money, I'm a bad person? Oh, he's not my man. I don't control what he says or does. How the fuck is this my fault?
Oh, you're right. He's not your man.
Yeah.
He's your fucking boss. Cingaste con tu jefe para dinero. Psh, congrats, whore.
A mí no me vengas con esa vaina. Yo sé que tú has mamado pal. ¿Y tú? Sí, tú? You're dressing like a whore for money now, so don't come at me.
No, how he came in you. Oh my God. Dolores. She took the week off. I started working there. When she came back, vino monta en un carro nuevo. She hasn't been sick since. She stopped gaining weight, stopped looking depressed, had no baby bump, had a new car, just like you.
Cállate. Cállate la maldita boca. You don't know what you're talking about, so keep your damn mouth shut, okay? Cuero también.
Sí, un cuero. Where do you think she's learning it from? I thought you were gonna watch her. She'll come home sick one day too, right? Yeah, like you and Dolores. Then she'll show up with a new car and without any pain, right?
Will I ever have a fucking say in this house? I can defend my fucking self.
You think you only know what's best for her? I've looked out for her too, okay? I swear, Bianca, I didn't know this was going on with all the girls. But I've looked out for you every damn way I could, and you can't say I haven't. I taught you how to think for yourself. I don't control you like she does. Y tú me pagas con atacarme malagradecida.
She's right. You control me and not let me think for myself. If anything, this whole shit is your fault for treating me like a child. He must see me as weak. I'm fucking bait to him.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck are you talking about? You don't see what she's doing, Bianca? You are a fucking child. You love playing the victim and making her feel bad, but I'm not fucking blind. You know what? Do whatever you want. It's none of my business.
Wait, where are you going? We haven't solved anything. There's too much going on right now for you to leave. We need to solve this shit now.
I can't deal with this shit anymore. Solve this shit on your own, big girl, or get the cuero to teach you how to fuck him.
Cuero? Well, yeah, I'll teach her a thing or two. Cojones.
I don't know what to do.
Okay, listen, do what you think it's right, okay? Tú estás ya grande como para ser digerida.
Yeah, I don't want to sleep with him, Vilmari.
Well, figure it out, coño. You want to leave? Leave. I can't tell you what to do. Be a fucking grown-up and choose. Look, solo recuerda que solo tenemos mucho cuarto y tú decides hacer, tendrá su precio. I won't judge.
Bianca takes the phone and makes a call.
Yeah. Where do you want to meet? Okay.
Bianca, Jire, and Vilmari are all in the kitchen filling their plates with their own servings of food. They do not speak to one another. Jire is in Vilmari's way. Jire bumps into Vilmari as they move in opposite directions. Jire stays still so as to let Vilmari go first. This time, Vilmari bumps into Jire on purpose.
Excuse me.
Jire is irritated and follows Vilmari with her eyes, but says nothing. Bianca watches and remains quiet. Vilmari pays her sisters no mind. Blackout.
Grab by the pussy. Whatever you want, 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 grab by the pussy. Grab by the pussy. Whatever you want, 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 grab by the pussy.
Unintended by Morel Ellis.
So, I recently started doing this online dating thing, and it's not too bad. All you have to do is swipe, and bam, I can meet people. I've seen some cute guys so far, but none as great as this guy who seems to have everything. He's kind and considerate, and he goes to my school, so I know he's smart, and he hasn't sent me anything inappropriate like some others, and we had a great first date. We went to the MoMA, we walked around laughing, chatting, flirting. Then we went to have sushi and walked through the city. It was just a great time. It's easy to feel comfortable with him. Our second date was similarly great, but we had a third date and that felt a little off. Everything was fine as usual, except this time we were dancing. He asked me to come over, and I thought nothing of it, so I said yes. We got to his dorm, he poured me another drink, we started making out, touching, pulling down my dress. I was okay with all that. But then he started to awkwardly touch the cookie. Started fumbling around like he was flipping through a book. I think he thought he found my clip, but no luck. He just kept rubbing, and then he just jammed it in. That's not what I thought would happen, and it's not what I wanted to happen either. I was just willing to keep it above belt, but he's such a nice guy, and you know, I liked him, and I keep thinking it over. I keep wondering what to call that. I mean, that wasn't sex, right? That was some bullshit, right? I'm 22, not an idiot. That was not right. That was awkward, uncomfortable. I didn't know how to get out of this fuck bullshit. I mean, you tell me. I'm not too sure. I just know I wanted it to stop. Thank God I'm on the pill. Maybe I should have said something. I wonder if he knows.
I've been seeing this great girl that I met on one of those apps. Man, she's perfect. Funny, smart, sexy, and real chill. We've been on a couple of dates, and they've all been cool. I try to keep my chill, but you know, I have my quirks and my awkward moments, and she's cool with that too. I took her to this museum that she likes, and we went out and ate sushi and laughed and shit. I mean, we laughed a lot, so that's real cool. Our most awkward night was that sex night. I invited her over to my place, and we started hooking up. She pulled down her dress, so I knew it was all good. But then it felt like the vibe changed a little. I kept trying to get her wet, but it didn't seem to be working. She only seemed like halfway into it. But, you know, the titties was out, so I thought she was still down, and I stuck it in. I mean, I don't think I did anything wrong. I tried talking to some of my female friends about it, but they all have mixed feelings about it too. Except for this one friend who doesn't even look at me like a person anymore. Like, she told me that I did something really bad. I hope I didn't hurt her. I'm falling for her, so I never want to do anything to push her away. And she agreed to a fourth date, so you know, I'm optimistic, but I think we're gonna have to have that talk about what happened. I don't want her to think that I don't care about her. Anything I did wrong was unintentional, and she should know that. I didn't know that could count too. I just wanted to be close to her. I didn't know.
I never know what her deal is. Why she's so protective and controlling? She knows I've been dating for a while now, so I don't know why she feels the need to tell me what to do. I mean, I think I have this dating thing down. What else is there to get? It's just swipe, 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 avoid dick pics, swipe right, nice guy. And I've been on some decent dates. She was doing the same thing when she was my age, so I don't know why she feels like she's in a position to lecture. I mean, that's how she met my dad. They have a great relationship. They're always telling me 5 dates, 1 month, they made it official, 4 years dating, 20 years of marital bliss, minimal disagreements. It seems like the perfect place to meet somebody. She does this thing where she tells me that if anything feels off, I have to let her know. Whenever I go on a date, no matter how great the guy is, if I ever feel like anything's off, I have to tell her. I mean, is that such a deal breaker? What if he's a little unintentionally awkward? I would never do anything I didn't want to do, and I never have. Well, that's not exactly true. There was this kid who felt me up in the stairs at school. He was nice, so I didn't see the big deal, but that was weird, and I wasn't there for that. We dated for a few months after that, but he always knew what he did was wrong. Whatever, my goal is to have a relationship like theirs, so I wish she would just stop worrying.
Blackout. Colorful Markers, a play by Adrian Simon and Angelica Moreno. The play takes place in a pizzeria. Two friends meet up after a long weekend from school.
Hey, man. Okay, you there?
Why do you think everything runs on your time? Because you're the great Liam, captain of the football and baseball team.
I take it you're still upset about that. Look, quit being a little bitch. I was only 20 minutes late. Besides, I would have been here on time, but Maddie keeps stressing me.
I thought you were gonna end that. She's crazy, like psycho crazy.
Yeah, but she makes up for it in other ways.
So I heard.
What was that?
Nothing. Anyway, did your bitch ass end up going to Ben's party?
Yo, you are such a girl that you pussied out.
I didn't pussy out. I told you my parents took us to Florida to see my grandparents.
Oh, little Mason went to see his little granny.
Ass. Will you just tell me about this awesome party?
Yo, that party was so crazy. You haven't heard already? Everyone is talking about it. I know Ben is known for killer parties, but this one went down in the books.
Wait, why? Who went? Why was this one so crazy?
I am not exaggerating when I say everybody. Even Luke went.
Wait, Luke? Luke who graduated like 4 years ago? What a fucking loser.
All right. It was like 2 years ago, but yeah, him.
What the fuck is he doing at a high school party? He's like 20.
I mean, I guess, but he's cool.
Anyway, what made it so crazy?
Wait, you really haven't heard? It's going around school and everything.
Nah, literally, I just got back. I haven't checked Facebook.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I got there kind of late. Everybody was already buzzed or drunk. There was so much going on. Keg stands in the kitchen, people smoking in the living room, people practically fucking while dancing.
Damn, Ben usually freaks out about the smoke.
I know, right? But nobody gave a fuck. I mean, Ben was so done, he was taking shot after shot. So, I'm there for about an hour or so, and Luke comes in, and we talk and stuff. He keeps staring off and on, and I finally look, and he's staring at that freshman. You know her? What's her name? Dom's sister.
Mila.
Yeah, Mila. Yeah, her. So he's just like mad focused on her. He's talking to me, but he's not all there. He asks me if I can introduce him to her. And at first I'm like confused, so I hesitate. I don't even know her like that, and she's like 14. I try to introduce him to Audrey, because we all know how she is.
Slut!
But whatever. So we go over, and I don't even get a chance to say hi. Luke sits down next to her and hands her a drink, and they start talking. So I'm like, cool. And out of nowhere, I hear this ringing in my ear, and it's fucking Maddie bitching at me because I didn't come to the party with her.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, she's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, she's bitching at me for like the next 40 minutes until her friends find her, and I'm with the boys. And all of a sudden, Owen comes down the stairs and calls us up to the bedroom. So we go, and you know how Owen is. He's like, yo, this girl is passed out. And with this evil grin on his face, he holds up markers.
Wait, what? You assholes wrote on her?
Well, I mean, I would have, but the jerk-off only had 5 markers, and there were 6 of us. So me being the captain that I am, I let the other guys take them, and I was just chilling there with my brew.
Wait, shut the fuck up. You're telling me you didn't even trade off writing anything? Pussy.
I mean, honestly, I was already fucked up, so, I was just trying not to throw up.
You're a little pussy.
Look, anyway, when we get there, Luke was already in there, and he had a jacket or something on over her face. So the guys are, like, writing dicks and shit on her arms and her face and her stomach. And so we're all laughing and shit, and Luke starts to undo her pants. We all get quiet for a moment, and then Luke is like, what, you guys aren't a bunch of bitches, are you?
I fucking told you he was bad news. Who was the girl, though? Audrey, right?
No. We were all just playing. And look, can I finish the fucking story?
Whatever.
Damn.
Okay, continue.
So they're all writing slut and whore and shit on her thighs, and she starts to moan a little. I'm not sure if it was like an enjoyed moan or like I'm about to throw up moan, but Luke says, you see, boys, she likes it. You like that, little slut? He starts to move the marker to her inner thigh, and the guys start to back up. Luke looks and says, guys, she likes it. Come on. Owen goes and rubs her thighs, and she does moan a little more, and Luke nods his head and says, see, guys, this little slut wants it. Then all of a sudden, Luke fucking sticks a marker up her snatch.
Whoa! Wait, what?
I kid you not. He sticks 1 in, and then 2, and you hear her squeal a little, and then Luke is like, You see, guys, all girls are sluts. You just need to bring it out of them.
Yeah, but we already know Audrey is like a total slut.
You let me finish the story, man.
Yeah, go on.
Okay, so since Owen is next to her, he hands the markers to him, and he starts to go faster with the markers.
Owen is always down.
Yep, that's Owen. Then the other guys start to touch her tits.
Wait, is her shirt off? Is it over the bra? Details, man, I need details.
Okay, calm down, man, before you come in your pants.
Shut up, I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, sure. So, anyway, back to the story. This girl is like passed out, but you can still hear her faint moans.
I can't believe you pussied out on this. At least I have an excuse. I wasn't there, but the great Liam just sat back and didn't get in on the action.
Fuck you. I mean, the room was spinning. I'm lucky I even remember this shit.
So that's it?
Nah. So, all the guys are on her, and of course, Luke takes it a step further. He takes the markers out of her, and he starts to finger her.
What? Stop lying. You're lying now.
Oh, I swear. He starts with one finger and ended up with like 3 or 4. And she was kind of like pushing his hands away, but she was moaning like she liked it. And she was saying like, no, don't stop. Or was it, no, don't stop. Either way, I'm sure she liked it.
Yo, you guys are legit crazy fucks. Yeah. You never answered who was the girl?
Oh, Mila.
Blackout.
Lei non parla mai, lei non dice mai niente. Ha bisogno d'affetto e pensa che il mondo non sia solo questo. Non c'è niente di meglio che stare ferma dentro a uno specchio, come è giusto che sia quando la sua testa va giù. E tutta la vita gira infinita senza un perché, e tutto viene da niente, niente rimane senza di te. Lei non parla mai, lei non dice mai niente. Non è poi così strano se chiede perdono e non ha fatto niente. Non c'è niente di meglio che stare in silenzio, pensare al meglio, a un'estate leggera che qui ancora non c'è. E tutta la vita gira infinita senza un perché, e tutto viene da niente, niente rimane senza di te. E tutta la vita gira infinita senza un perché, e tutto viene da niente, niente rimane senza di te.
Jubilee by Jasmine Garcia.
I was 4 the first time my father called me a puta. I was daydreaming about a boy. I wrote his name with a heart around it, and my father saw it and had told me I had to count to 3 to get rid of it.
3, te voy a romper la cara. 2, ay, tan chiquita y tan puta. 1, arrodíllate, cabrona.
I ripped his name off the paper.
Más te vale.
I remember looking to my mother for help, but she ignored me. She was good for that. Ignore me while I got my ass beat.
Don't hit her in the face.
Was all she would say. I was the product of a third date fuck.
I wanted your mother to get an abortion.
He told me the first time I tried to kill myself.
You should live, because I couldn't kill you.
I was my father's greatest love and greatest disappointment. His favorite thing to pick apart and criticize. My mother, jealous of his love for me, would add to the lesson my father called beating the bullshit out of you.
Tú sabes lo que hizo esta cabrona.
She would start and begin to exaggerate whatever childish thing I did for the day. Smack! No questions, no explanations. I couldn't speak up for myself. I couldn't show emotion, just gratitude for all I had. My father was an at least man. My mother was his enabler.
At least I don't drink.
At least I don't gamble the money away.
At least I take care of the house.
He told my mother after she discovered him cheating for the second time.
At least I didn't get her pregnant.
Remind us that it could always be worse, so we should be grateful. One day, I complained to my mother about him. All he calls me is dirty and fat.
You're fat, therefore you're ugly. So drink this.
Unsweetened grapefruit juice. It was the beginning of summer, and I was so excited to go to the park. I was 8 years old, and my father saw my 8-year-old body jiggling and decided it was disgusting. I faked a sip and handed it back to him. Rage flared in his eyes. He shoved the bottle back into my mouth so hard, I was now drinking grapefruit juice and my own blood.
At least I care about how you look.
Ay, déjate de mierda.
You're ungrateful. Does he abuse you?
Have you ever gone hungry? Do you have clothes?
So fucking ungrateful.
I was never safe, even on the good days. When the night was calm and he was still in a decent enough mood, he would still lean in and say,
¿Qué dicen los mexicanos? Chingona? That's you.
Always something.
So, as soon as I could, I was out. I was 20 years old and you couldn't tell me shit. I met a guy who was funny, and he fucked me good most nights, and he had his own place. He was nothing like my father, which was refreshing, and I was nothing like my mother, which was a relief, because that shit passes on. Except, he wouldn't touch me in public.
It's a privacy thing. At least you know I love you.
Okay, but then he wouldn't hang out with me. We didn't go out. We didn't hang out with friends or even go out to dinner.
Are you hiding me?
How I'm gonna hide a whole damn person? At least people know who you are.
I guess. One day, I got enough courage to say,
I need more love and affection.
You're asking me to be someone I'm not.
You're acting like I'm an asshole. At least I don't beat you.
a little bit of love was better than nothing, I suppose. It was just who he is. If he didn't love me, he wouldn't beg me to come back every time I leave him.
At least I'm willing to help you.
He said when he wouldn't let me go to therapy.
At least one of us isn't crazy.
When he found out I was pregnant.
At least I claimed you.
He said when he wouldn't stay in the hospital after he was born.
At least he knows who I am.
He said when he demanded to spend less time with our son. At least he calls me baby. At least he comes home to me. At least he says he loves me. At least he holds me at night. At least he's gentle so it doesn't wake me up. It's not rape if he's gentle.
It's not rape if he's gentle.
It's not rape if he loves me.
It's not rape if he loves me.
He doesn't beat me.
He holds me sometimes.
He'll come back because she's not enough.
Why else would he always come back to me?
When do we women become so comfortable with the bare minimum? Starving for love so we accept the scraps they give us?
Begging for attention.
Begging for love from a boy who doesn't love women in the first place.
You like how I make your dick feel, babe? But you don't love me?
Do you know what love is? Do you know what it looks like?
Doesn't matter now, it's no longer my problem.
That empty feeling you have, that piece of you left behind that nearly killed me, is still dancing around my bedpost. It's been over a year and the fucker is still trying to find his way back to the honeypot he called home. You have no place here, I tell it. Go back to the east side with that bullshit. but it stays. A piece of you always stays. I finally learned that respect was better than attention. I no longer stood under the weight of your love. I had a voice and opinions, and I learned that I'm worth so much more than the bullshit you gave me.
You're a cunt. Always have been.
I'll be that. I have crashed and burned and come up the monster you always claimed I was. The whore you always accused me of being. I am not your dirty secret. I am not the crevice you find solace in when you're cold and the world is hard on you. You can no longer bury yourself in me. I am not your fetish. I am not the big girl you fuck to see what it's like. I am not the reason you made nothing of yourself, but I will be your greatest regret. Hell for you will be realizing I was always your paradise. I will creep into your ears and lay behind your eyes. I will play theater director with your memories and replay the beautiful memories you'd rather forget. I'll replay the last time we fucked. It was so good and you held my pussy so close. You'll wake up at 3 a.m. in the morning, cold sweat, reaching for me, for her as a default.
Puta!
I'll be that.
Cabrona chingona. Cunt.
Fuck it. I'll be all that makes me free. Que viva las putas! Que viva las chogonas and cabronas! Big ups to the girls who were told they were too loud, too bold, too loving, too much, too intense, too sensitive, too emotional, too angry, too hard, too excited, or just too much of what makes them uncomfortable. You were just being yourself in a world full of people who were taught to change who they are. People who became dream killers. People who secretly envied your exuberance. We are queens to those willing to see and accept our light. Fuck the others who don't. Let them not see our light or magic. We still possess it. We still rise every day from the chaos-filled pillows, despair, and tears, leaving stains from the night before. We kick ass and we raise hell. Fuck my father for making me think at least was enough. Fuck my mother for not knowing better. Fuck my ex for seeing my light and trying to dim it every chance he got. Fuck the witch hunters who fear us. Real men don't fear women. Real men don't fear witches. They worship us. I am light. I am fire. I am the universe. I am the sunlight that shines all your mistakes and insecurities. I am my grandmother. Bold and brave and took shit from no man. I am not least. I am more. I am all. I am love and happiness. I am the feeling you get right before you bust into her. But think of me. My time is too precious to be wasted, and my pussy is too bomb to be fucked and left dry. There is fucking jubilee between my thighs that is dripping pearls and diamonds and coconut and honey. And my dear, you are not invited.
Blackout.
Okay, so if the playwrights and the actors could please stand up and introduce themselves to the audience for the talkback, that would be great.
Hi, I'm Danielle Baker. I'm the stage manager, and I also wrote the movement.
Yo, my name is Mackie, and I'm an actor.
Hello, I'm Nelson Carrillo, and I wrote The Blind Reflection.
My name is Abraham Tejeda Jr., and I wrote that An Ordinary Day.
Hi, I'm Veracity Butcher, and I'm an actor.
Hello, I'm Irene Conta-Nicholas, and I wrote A Modern Romance.
Hello, my name is Carlos Rosado, and I co-wrote The Blind Reflection.
Hello, hi, sorry. Yeah. My name is Morale Ellis, and I wrote Unintended.
Hi, I'm Bajorn Dupetti, and I'm one of the actors.
Thank you, guys. So we also have 3 special guests with us this afternoon. We have Mary Havlin. Can you please come up? She's the Executive Director from New York City Alliance Against Sexual Assault.
If you could just take a seat maybe next to Veracity.
Also with us today is Hannah Pennington. She's the Assistant Commissioner to Combat Domestic Violence from the Mayor's Office.
So maybe just sit right next to Irene. Is there a seat by you? Yeah, great.
And our last guest today is Susan Herman. She's the Deputy Commissioner of Collaborative Policing from the New York City Police Department. Thank you.
No, maybe right here.
Okay. So we're going to start by asking Mary to maybe make a response to the plays. And then after Mary, we'll have Hannah say something, and then the Deputy Commissioner for NYPD. So do you have... Can you give her the mic?
Blown away by that, by the plays. I was really struck with what a 360 view it was of abuse and violation and sexual assault. It took a really deep dive into some of the most difficult issues around this. It was not superficial at all. It felt extremely genuine and felt from the heart. The fact that the perspective of abuser was out there, and the fact that the exposure of moms who didn't protect their kids, for example, the depth with which the issues were explored, I thought was just phenomenal. So I'm a little blown away, which I think is the intent. But it really does portray the complexity, the issues, the economic base, some of the psychological issues that go on for people who have been abused in this way, the fact that abusers are often hurt people themselves. It brought out all those very nuanced understandings of abuse, I thought.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hannah, would you like to respond?
Well, thank you so much for having me, and just bravo to all of you for doing this, and to you, Shonna, as well. It's so exciting to be able to talk about something like this, and although I feel a little like, wow, it hits hard. So I think we all need to maybe go get dessert after this. But I think it's tremendous that we're all here talking about it, and I'm so glad that the audience stayed to do so as well. And I think I would say everything that Mary said, I think in short bits, that was what, a 360. I like how you said that, Mary, because it touched on so many of the things that we all talk about in our advocacy community all the time. From all directions, in terms of, especially in the last piece, just thinking about the intergenerational cycles of domestic violence that came out in that piece, but also, like Mary said, trauma throughout, on both the perpetrator side and on the victim side, was really important to be included. But I also was struck by the realness of the conversations and just the way society talks about these things and the way that people talk about women. And so that part was the 360 too, just literally like picking up the little pieces of the conversations that were happening was really powerful as well.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Irene, could you pass the mic to Susan Herman, who's from the New York City Police Department?
Good afternoon, everybody. First, I want to echo what Professor Trinch said at the very beginning, which is there's nothing like looking at a John Jay audience. It's fabulous. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm a little biased, but I love John Jay. Let me say that I spent many years of my life working as a victim's advocate, and I still consider myself a victim advocate. But maybe one of the most formative jobs that I had was working as a self-defense instructor before I went to law school. I taught self-defense 5 days a week, many times a day, to women who were counseling rape victims and rape victims themselves. And what I learned and what's been seared into my mind and really highlighted through this play is that there really is no one experience of rape. It's never light, no matter how you talk about it, it's never light. And the impact of rape lasts for a very, very long time, even as victims learn to cope and heal. The impact comes out in unexpected ways, frequently, for a long, long time. And I think I just feel exhausted after watching this performance because it was so real, it was so subtle, it was so diverse in its portrayal of rape, and it showed so much how much it's about violence. And it was beautiful, and I really congratulate all of you for doing such a great job.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Mary, we would love for you to maybe ask a question of the playwrights, and I also want to just say that we want to keep it brief so that we can make sure that everybody gets a chance to talk, but we have 2 mics here for the audience, so if you guys want to line up with your questions while the playwrights answer the first round of questions, and playwrights, just try to keep it brief today, okay, so we can get everybody in.
First question?
So maybe Mary will start the first question if you have a question for the playwrights, and then Hannah, and then Susan.
So maybe I'll ask a question of the playwright to my right here. I believe you wrote the play about Mexico in jail, is that right? Yeah, every day. So I'm wondering how you sort of got into that man's head and portrayed that scene in prison so realistically, or at least what I've heard about prison. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Of course, I wrote the play because it was a life experience that I experienced, and I was Mexico. And, it's just basically to explain and to show the world that no matter, how tough it is or you went through, you always have opportunities to move forward. Just if you hold grudges or you hold yourself back and not move forward, you get into depression or you'll become nobody. And if I've done it, if I moved forward, everything I've been through, I think anybody else could do it too.
Thank you. Thank you. Hannah, do you have a question for the playwrights, Hannah?
Sure. One question I would have for all of you, because I was also struck by the humor that came out, and I guess if one of you wants to talk about sort of how you approached being able to portray such a heavy topic in a way that you thought would be, real to an audience, but also enjoyable to an audience. I think, and healing too, because there was a lot of empowering moments in the pieces. And I think that's something that we all have taken more of a liking to in the last, decade or so, is really seeing how the arts can be a part of how we talk about things, but also healing. So if somebody wants to talk about sort of how'd you start even?
Well, in our play, The Blind Reflection particularly, there was definitely a lot of humor in there, but it wasn't meant to be completely funny for everybody to laugh at. Like, rape is a serious issue, and I know that sounds crazy to say because that should be a given, but especially being in the class and writing these pieces, you really see how deep this is. If it's such a serious issue, why don't we talk about it? Why doesn't everybody seek help? People talk about politics all the time. That's talked about on a regular basis. We wanted to make sure that the characters, like especially Rick, we wanted him to go like really deep into it. Like we wanted him to when we wrote it, we wanted him to get as deep as we possibly could. And after that, see, can people still laugh at this? Can people still be able to talk about this, or, say the things that they say, or say the things that they don't say?
And then it's also, wait, see, did you finish? All right. And then I also co-wrote the Blind Reflection. And it's similar to like John because I think like for all the playwrights that we could connect with one character that we wrote in it. And that's really important as writers and for even the actors to try to take our character and then make it their own as well, which is also really important. With John, I saw like a lot of like myself in it besides like all the stuff that he committed, but also with Rick as well, that we try to make him charming. We try to make it natural for everybody, that this is actually like serious stuff, but also that there is therapy for these guys. Although that it was supposed to be confidential, Rick decided to like put himself in the therapy spot and put everybody to take out like the dirty laundry, so to speak. And rape is such a under the rug topic that people do not really want to talk about. And playwriting is really difficult because of the freedom that we have of writing. But then like we do not want to try to be trapped in it, but like give the fans and then everybody else around here like just some humor and yeah.
I think honestly, to just really answer your question, I think that Professor Trinch and Professor Cassidy were really instrumental in that, just like how the class was run. We were told immediately that we would be writing weekly. That was not didn't go over too well for the whole class, but that we would also be reading things regularly. So we read, everything we watched, everything we consumed in the class dealt with, talked about, like expressed rape in some way, shape, or form. I mean, literally the rape class. And so you got to see these things expressed in multiple ways. You got to see them kind of funny, you were disturbed, you were thrown off, there was empowerment moments, there were moments of just plain hurt. So it kind of allowed that, the breadth of the work that we were ingesting allowed us, I think, to know how to create our own works in a very nuanced way.
Thank you. Susan Herman, do you have a question? She needs a mic.
I do. So one of the things that was portrayed to me were sort of different moments where people were asking themselves whether what had happened was rape, either had they committed rape or had they experienced rape. And we know, and you probably know from a lot of the research that's been done, that a lot of people who commit rape do not believe that they've committed rape. They don't think that what they've done is wrong or that it's rape. And I wonder how, through this process of writing and thinking about this, whether your concept in your own mind about what rape is has changed. Has it become clearer? Has it become less clear?
The idea of rape is, we like to think it's so black and white, but there's so many gray areas, and I think the plays did a great job of bringing that out. Like in my piece, like I made it explicitly, like I didn't call all of them a rape. Like a lot of the girls are saying, oh, this is rape-like, but they never actually called it rape. Because, there's this gray area that you think like, oh, maybe this is rape, maybe it's not. The same in Jubilee, it's not rape if he loves me. So it's these powerful pieces really brought out that dichotomy of what it means to be raped or what it means to be a rapist. Like, I think it's The Blind Reflection where Mackie plays the guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he kind of has this realization like, like I know I'm in the wrong, but I didn't mean to do it. So it was so interesting to see how all of these writers really got into that mindset to tap into that.
Do the actors want to answer that question at all?
What was the question? I can answer. I think even when Barbara emailed me and was like, hey, do you want to be in this show? It's called Seeing Rape. I was kind of like, whoa, seeing rape. And being part of the process has shown me, or has made me have to confront some of my own biases and preconceived notion about what it even means to view sexual violence. And it has shown me that sort of the social concept of rape is kind of concealing because it's so like monolithic. I feel like when we see rape, we have all of these images of, you know, random acts of violence that happen in dark, shady areas when that barely, you know, most rapes are committed by people that you know in domestic settings, and it's not at all our social concept of what rape is not at all reflective of the actual lived experience of survivors and how these things happen in real life. So in being trusted with the, you know, beautiful playwright stories and looking at all these different experiences with sexual violence, I think it really helped me to confront my own biases and also you know, understand that like the assumption is what kills us all. You know, when we assume that we know someone's experience or what these kind of situations are like, that's what causes a really sort of malignant ignorance. So it's been a really eye-opening process.
Thank you. Was there someone else who wanted to respond to that? No. Okay, we have 2 questions here at the mics. So I'm just going to again ask you guys to be brief in the answer so everybody can get in. But please come and line up at the mics, everybody.
So my question was kind of addressed with the last question, but specifically, I guess I wanted to lead more with that question with the specific play Unintended, that when you're in a relationship with someone or like dating someone, like, and then, I guess in this play, it's like, I guess in a lot of relationships, it's not really talked about like when you have sex or when is the right time to have sex. So I don't know really how to address this question because it kind of was already addressed. But specifically, how would you answer like, how would you perceive in that situation, I guess, what rape was if the guy didn't mean to do it or the girl wasn't, like she didn't say anything either? How would you like kind of answer that question specifically with your...
Well, thank you for the question. And it's the reason that I wrote it the way that I did, because we don't really talk about the ambiguity a lot. We don't talk about the gray area a lot. We talk about like, okay, that wasn't violent, that wasn't rape, there was consent, we know that. Or that was violent, that was rape. Or they were drugged, or they were drunk. We don't talk about what happens between 2 people on a regular basis every day. And so that was really the point. And even in the first presentation of Unintended, like for my final, you know, there were people who were like, that was rape. And there were people who were like, no, it wasn't. And I think that's very much the point. I do see it as not just rapey, but rape. There wasn't anything clearly stated as yes or no. So it is a gray area, kind of leaves it like, but if she's leaving feeling like, what was that? And he's leaving feeling like, what was that? I think that even unintentionally raping someone can still be rape, even if it turns into a great situation. And in the case of the play, they got married. That was their daughter, right? They had a great relationship. They're fine, essentially. But are they? Because the mother still feels inclined to warn her child about awkward encounters, and I think that that's very much the point, that even weird situations that live in the gray, that are ambiguous, that everyone's well-intentioned, no one means any harm, it was talked about, it was dealt with, it still leaves a mark, and I think, and it counts too, and I think that that's something that is really important to talk about. So
I thought all the plays were well written. I just was specifically thought that one kind of also relates to a lot of people too, so I just wanted to, like, I guess, ask that too.
Thank you.
I'll ask my question. I just have one comment and one question, and the comment is that I so appreciate that all of the plays were thinking about sexual violence in the context of intimate partner relationships and family relationships, because I do think that that is much more accurate. My question is really maybe more for Susan, Hannah, and Mary, Am I getting the names right? Okay. My question is, so I have a 12-year-old daughter. She's just done like a 5-week self-defense class. She knows how to break a board. She knows how to yell and scream, right? We have really well-established programs for girls and women to learn how to protect themselves. But what is going on in terms of how we train boys and men to be better boys and men? So I don't have a son, so it's just not on my radar, and I teach at a university where there's not a program like that. I feel like it's happening maybe in really isolated ways on small, expensive liberal arts campuses, but I'm wondering if it's happening in other ways as well. Yeah.
I mean, thank you for the question. And I have an 11-year-old daughter, so I can relate. I have 2 girls, and I couldn't agree more with what you're saying, but honestly, I don't think we should even be talking about what's happening on college campuses, because I think we should do a lot at college campuses, but we need to do a lot more before people, men and women, get to college campuses. So I think we are starting to do more. My office runs a program. Other community-based organizations in the city run programs that are trying to get out and talk to young people, and we use peer educators to talk to young people about healthy relationships. So not, constantly, like you said, talking to victims after they've been victimized, or talking to young girls about what they need to do to protect themselves, but actually starting a conversation at an earlier age to really get into, what makes, what are essential ingredients in a relationship. And we need that primer, that base, to be able to have the consent discussions that we talk about, because I think sometimes it's like, oh, now we're going to have a conversation about consent, when you really need to go deeper than that. And so our sort of hope, as we expand that program, and there are others out in the community that I hope will grow as well, is to start that dialogue earlier, to be able to give that primer. And I mean, honestly, there are things, if you're a parent, there are things that are talked about with kids. HIV, AIDS curriculum is required throughout the state. Sex ed is not, but in New York City it is. But this is not. So I do think we're doing more, and I'd be happy to talk to you about our program, because I think it's one, and there's others like it, that should be utilized more. And I think part of it is that people don't know that these resources exist. So that's another reason why we're grateful to Shonna and all of the playwrights, and to John Jay, to help us find ways to get this message out, because sometimes it's that people don't know it's there.
So I would like to say a few words about prevention, because it is one of the things that the Alliance has been working on for a good long time, actually, since about 2005, 2006. There are programs out there that specifically engage boys and men. There's one called Coaching Boys to Men. There's another one called MVP, Mentoring Violence Prevention. There are others that are specifically geared towards young men understanding healthy relationships and understanding conversations about consent. I must take my hat off to the governor for the effort that he's made around campuses and universities. We now have a law in New York State that is one of the strictest laws in the country around educating students at universities, a Bill of Rights for survivors of sexual assault, domestic violence, and stalking. It also asks universities to implement prevention programs. Now we're just starting to get there, but more and more universities are really stepping up to the plate and figuring out both responsive and preventative curriculum for their students. It's really been a sea changer. And so I do want people to be aware of that. The rape crisis centers in the state are obligated to work with the campuses in their county. They have to, and they have for the last year. So there is a lot of activity that's going on, and I totally, as a mom who's raised 2 boys, it's super important that these conversations also happen at home.
Okay. We have Dean
Shonna,
Darabern.
can I just say one thing, because I don't want it to be at the end when people leave? We are hiring. We have like 4 new peer educator positions, so I encourage folks to, and a lot of college students actually are peer educators who work at the mayor's office, so look up for the peer educator positions on nyc.gov, the jobs portal, and I'm sorry, but we need men to go and talk to young men, so please check out those job postings.
Thank you. I'm always telling my students, go to the extracurriculars, because these are the people who are hiring. So, Dean Darabern is here with us today. Dean Byrne.
Hi. So I was really blown away by this production for a couple of reasons. So part of what I do here at the college is pay attention to the undergraduate curriculum. And when I heard about this course and the program and what your faculty were trying to do, I was like, yeah. Part of that is because I originally come from a communication and theater arts background. And the relationship between the arts and justice is one that I love. When at John Jay we tie those things together. And the results, as the audience would know, is really profound. So for the students in this class, the way that you incorporated the dialogue and your voice in there, it was just so outstanding. So my question to you is, what's something you learned about yourself, your voice, your perspective as a result of taking a course like this that you didn't know before?
Well, we go to John Jay College of Criminal Justice. This school's all about justice. We spent our whole college experience learning about all of these things that, that we didn't know before. And this class specifically, I feel like it's so amazing, like you said, that it's offered here. And there's all types of justices that we need to see. And I feel like as a college, we do such a great job at this. So the mere fact that we had this production and we can show future, even people here who are not from John Jay came to see this play, and we're, what's the word I'm looking for? We're expelling our knowledge of justice out here for everybody to see, so I think it's truly a rewarding experience.
Thank you.
Hi. So I happen to also work at LaGuardia Community College in the Women's Center. And so I definitely wanted to take the class, but I also didn't know that the subtitle was Seeing Rape. I just saw rape, sex and justice. And I was like, cool, We're talking about policing. No. Not the topic of the class. And so I definitely went into the class not thinking, okay, I'm gonna enjoy this class, obviously. This is some of the work that I wanna do in life, but not necessarily expecting to just kind of get a breath of knowledge and leave the class also being more assured in how I speak about certain things. And so one of the things that I keep saying is that they were very good at making us comfortable with being very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. And I think that was really key to what we left the class with. I think that for me personally, I've realized that I've used less euphemisms, I've used less code words when it comes to talking about sex and talking about women, people's bodies and both male, female, trans bodies. And that was something that just kind of, and I'm a pretty forward speaker to begin with, and so who knew it could get worse? So that was really great to kind of just know that you have these two women who are teaching a class in a very confident, self-assured way, speaking openly and honestly every week, and that you can help making us read things that are really, there's one thing that just sticks in my head, and that was okay, and it was okay to be uncomfortable, and it was okay to talk about it, and it was okay to use real words, saying the word vagina doesn't make the world crash down. It's okay. It's a thing. It exists. There's no problem. And that was really important for me. So,
Named Abraham. when I want to thank the professors, Cassidy and Trinch, because when I first signed up for the
Thank you.
when I first signed up for the class, it said sex and gender, so I was like, oh, okay, you know. So when I get to the class and we start speaking and a professor let us know that it's going to be about rape, so I was like, oh, all right. I didn't know what to expect, so and then like most of the time I went home upset, because we don't like to hear like real life stories or it happened to you or happened to that person, and then you start thinking, it's like, oh, I have a family member that it happened to the same thing that they're talking about, so now you get even more upset. But they had us writing all the time, and it brought the best out of us by us writing and writing and writing and writing and writing. And I was like, damn, I'm writing too much, and then they asked us to write a playwright and basically tell the public or tell your story, let it be known, like stuff that we don't know about. And what I wrote about, it's about the forgotten. Just because a person is in prison or locked up doesn't mean they committed a crime. It's just probably they didn't have the funds to defend themselves, or they just fell in a loophole and they get raped too. The females and males get raped when they're in there, and their voices will never be heard because we live in a society that it's all a business, and it doesn't sometimes get out because it's not like out here. You could talk to reporters, or they come to you. What reporters will go into a prison and report what happened, what's happening? It's not gonna happen. So, and if you don't design your own life plan, you will fall into somebody else's plan, and what do they have in store for you? Basically, nothing much.
Thank you. We have another question there.
Hi. I just wanted to thank you all for portraying the complexities behind it. That's not just like someone described straightforward. And I wanted to know how difficult it was for some of you, if it was at all, to consider the intentions and the different contexts in which it happens. And if you think there's any way we can change, I guess like sort of touched up before, like the men and the boys, like how we do that. Because I didn't realize I was a victim of assault till years later. And when I think about the criminal statutes, the criminal definitions, it is a very clear-cut thing. And how do we change that? Can we change that? Does it need to, doesn't it need to be changed? Like, how do we change that? Because since there's a criminal definition that's more or less clear-cut of what counts as rape, right? But we've established here today that there's so much more beyond that. Like, there are people who won't be charged as criminal, and that doesn't, in a way, does that not perpetuate the notion that there are less worse kinds of rape, or more acceptable forms of it?
Thank you. We're running out of time, and this is a really powerful question. I'm getting signals, so I'd love to hear what you have to say, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Thank you so much for being so open and honest with everybody. And yeah, it is difficult to portray these stories, especially if you yourself have had a background in abuse. The reason why I enjoy performing them is because I myself also am a survivor of date rape. Date rape is rape. Abuse is rape. There's not a gradient of which is worse, what kind of rape is worse. So that just needs to resound within our communities, that date rape is very common and it happens to everybody. What we can do is use justice to actually get these people, these rapists, accused, what's the word? You guys are
held accountable.
Charged. We have to held responsible. In New York City, there are so many rape kits. Women that go directly to the police department and get their everything processed, which is a rape kit. But none of those rape kits are actually tested, prosecuted. There's a bunch of rape kits that we just empty. There could, that's the way we can use justice in order to just hold people accountable, which I don't think we are really successful as a society in doing yet because rape is such a taboo. But the more people that, like you and I, that can come forward and say that we were raped and not feel bad about it, the more we can get those rapists charged.
Thank you.